2021 has been a year filled with ups and downs, and we could all use a pick-me-up. So thanks to Fresh PAK, they've got the perfect pick-me-up solution. They're Rooibos Cappuccinos. It comes in classic and vanilla flavors and ready to enjoy in minutes. Now we're joined by award-winning comedian and dad, Stuart Taylor, as we get to know the man behind the mic over a hot cuppa. And of course, we're going to be chatting about his new show on SABC2, Comedy Mixtape.
Wiki, wiki, wiki. Awesome.
Welcome to The Laugh.
Thank you very much. I'm very surprised that you know what a mixtape is. You're a little bit younger than most people who know what mixtapes are.
First and foremost, I will let you know, sir.
Yes.
I am a grown woman. I am so grown, honey. And I'm an old soul, I like to think.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also a huge fan of music. But not only am I a huge fan of music, but I'm a huge fan of you.
Oh, so cheers to you.
Cheers to that. I mean, firstly, I have to find out about you, your journey as a comedian. Now, you're a musician now.
Yes.
A journey as a comedian, and just, you know, how you got behind the mic.
Well, it's a long story. Do we have a lot of time?
About an hour.
About an hour. Okay, cool. Where shall I begin? I was born funny. I wasn't born funny. It was a C-section, actually. You see, there's my first joke. That's okay. The jokes aside, how did I get into it? You know, I used to do magic when I was a kid. I went to a place called the College of Magic with people like Riyad Musa and Conrad Koch. We were all a bunch of magic geeks. And eventually, when we finished varsity, we thought, you know, let's add a bit of a comical swing to the magic. And one thing led to another. And then we found comedy clubs. And suddenly we dropped the magic. And here we are, doing comedy.
I think that your journey is somewhat of a magical one, because I think that we have seen you go from strength to strength. And now SABC2 holding it down. Talk to me about Comedy Mixtape, and when can viewers enjoy it?
So Comedy Mixtape was actually pitched to the SABC quite a while ago. Myself and Riyad said to the guys, listen, we want to do a sketch show based in Cape Town, because there have been many sketch shows over the years. Bantu Hour, there's been, of course, Pure Nati, the big one back in the day, but Cape Town never had one. And we always say that Cape Town's got a slightly different sense of humor to the rest of the country. So we were saying, come on, guys, give us the opportunity. Of course, then, you know, COVID hit and that kind of everything ground to a halt. But we managed to get it all together and spent the first part of this year shooting the Comedy Mixtape with the most amazing acts. I mean, our hosts of each episode are people like Riyad hosted episode 1,
wow.
Skalk Besaidnout, Barry Hilton, Tumi Morake, Kurt Skundrat, Nick Rabinowitz, name a comedian, they will be hosting one of the shows.
Goosebumps.
Yes.
I literally just got a whole lot of goosebumps. Those are some star-studded names.
Well, that's the thing. You know, we want to obviously play our best hands. And so for myself and Riyad as the producers, we were like, let's call in all the favors we can. And we worked with an amazing co-creator with us, Maynard Clark. Of course, he's a movie director. And Maynard was supposed to be overseas shooting. He's attached to a bunch of movies that are supposed to be shooting overseas right now. But, of course, COVID meant that he's here. Our sound guy is a phenomenal sound guy that works all over the world. Our DOP, amazing guy, works all over the world. They were all available to us, so we got to shoot something really amazing. And it airs on SABC2 on Friday nights at 7:30 prime time.
Oh, wow.
Fun for the whole family. It's going to be amazing.
You know what? I can only imagine after a very long, stressful, tiring, cold week at work or school, there is nothing better to cozy up to than Comedy Mixtape. I can only imagine just the chuckles and the laughs that are going to be resonating through every single home in South Africa that tunes in. I'm very excited for it. But not only that, it seemed like you got the best of the best to work on this project. How important is that for you? And I mean, working with someone that is traditionally a movie director, having to direct something like this?
Well, it was interesting because what happened was the show it's not just sketch comedy. So it's some sketch comedy, there's some stand-up comedy, some studio-based work. And I've worked as a director behind the scenes and a producer in studio and for stand-up and comedy specials and so on. Whereas Maynard brings his movie-making background to the sketches. So the sketches look like they are Hollywood, man. They look incredible. So it's got a real great feel to it. And as we said, we pulled in all of the favors. But more importantly, we said to the guys, we want to create a comedy show that everyone can laugh for.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted to have the broadest possible appeal. 7:30, it means that it's you know, you take away all the swearing, you take away all of what you might be doing in a comedy club and just go, guys, it's family friendly. Make it so that everyone from 8 to 80 can laugh at this thing. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are in this country. It's got to be stuff that you can laugh at. And so that was the brief for the writers, and man, they rose to the occasion.
Because I was also going to say, I mean, you said originally you were looking for something for the Cape Townians. You were like, hey, look, we've got our own kind of niche comedy, sense of humor, and you wanted to go for that. And already, you know, living in Cape Town, there's certain phrases, words that go straight over my head. I'm like, what? And then it takes time to kind of cultivate that. But okay, we're going to hear more about our comedy mixtape as the show continues.
For sure.
You are here for Father's Day.
I am here for Father's Day.
A lot of people don't know that you are a husband, you're a father, you are just a man who is... First of all, are you a family man, or is this just a title to you?
No, I'm a family man. It literally is. It's all consuming. I mean, if I do comedy, it's pretty much... They say you must write about what you know. And so most of my jokes are about being a dad and a husband. That's kind of the space I live in.
So do they inspire you, motivate you? And how so? I mean, first of all, don't they kind of get upset when they're like, hey, Dad?
No, you know what is interesting? But I suppose it started with my wife. She kind of understood the brief, which is that if I talk about my wife on stage, it's the sort of every wife. So the stories I'm telling is not necessarily her stories. Sometimes it's about her girlfriends, or, you know, you just kind of eavesdrop about what's happening in her girlfriends' lives. And I'm like, I can use that for stage.
No one is safe. No one's safe.
So my wife is the sort of every wife, and the husband I am is sort of every husband. And I'll sort of grab stories here, there, and everywhere. And the same applies for my kids. You know, my kids don't mind too much. I think they've kind of grown up with the idea that I'm going to use them in my social media.
What are their ages?
The one's 10 and the one's 13.
Wow.
About to turn 13.
Well, they're at that age now where they can realize who Daddy is. That Daddy's kind of famous. Daddy's kind of... People like Daddy. How are they dealing with that energy?
It's funny. I'll never forget that many years ago, sort of like 4 or 5 years ago, my youngest, we were standing in a lift, and someone said, "Can I get a selfie?"
Yes.
I wasn't sure. And then we got in the lift closed, and he just breathed, he sighed. He was like, oh, "It's always nice to meet a fan." I was like,
oh my goodness!
I was like, oh boy.
Well, on that very hot note, I've got a quiz for you. So as we are enjoying a very nice, beautiful hot cuppa, now we know that more behind the man, we know more about the man behind the mic, rather. So it's time to put him to the test and see how much he knows about his cup. It's time for the Rooibos Cappuccino quiz, brought to you by PAK, South Africa's #1 Rooibos brand. Now, your first question, are you ready?
I'm ready. Do I win something firstly? That's how high are the stakes here?
Pretty high. You get to walk away as the Rooibos boss.
Oh, nice. Do I get a cup? Do I get a mug? Or do I just steal this like I will get a wedding?
You get my love. Okay, true or false?
Okay, here we go.
I want to find out from you. Rooibos is naturally caffeine-free. True or false?
That sounds like a trick question. I'm going to... True. It's true.
Okay, it's true. #1. Yay! #2. Rooibos has recently received protected designation of origin status. This means that Rooibos can only come from one place. Which place is that? Is it #1, the Cedarburg, Table Mountain, or the Drakensberg?
I know this answer. It is the Cedarburg. Home of Rooibos.
So 2 for 2. Let's find out the last question. True or false? Rooibos can be found growing naturally anywhere around the world where other teas thrive.
I'm gonna go and no. I think it can only grow in the Western Cape.
That's
only
an
the
easy one.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. Congratulations. Well, that's a trick one. It is false, but you are right. Congratulations, Stuart is clearly a man who knows his Rooibos Cappuccino down to a T. Now, did you see what I did there? Now, if you want to get your hands onto an awesome PAK hamper, simply send your name or go over to the Afternoon Express social media pages and answer this for us. What about PAK Rooibos do you love? And you can stand a chance to win. Remember to use that hashtag PAK Rooibos. The competition closes at midnight on Sunday, the 20th of June. T's and C's do apply. And for more information, just head over to our website. See you after the break.